11 Alive here. You're looking at a live picture. I'm the remote pilot in command here. This is a sinkhole right now in Decatur. They're doing some work on it. I'm flying the 11 Aloft drone. Sorry if you can't hear me over the traffic, but we are flying right over the sinkhole essentially, trying to navigate both a high traffic area and also some power lines that are between us and the sinkhole, as you can see. But we've got it in a pretty good hover. This sinkhole is at Beach Drive and Memorial, and you can see that there's workers right now actually expanding the sinkhole. And the reason they're expanding the sinkhole, I'm going to zoom up a little bit just so you can get a better view here. And let me move it a little off center here. There we go. And you can get a better sense of the size of the sinkhole. It is big enough for this large earth mover, this excavator, to get in there and actually clear out the space. What they need to do is shore up the dirt and pavement that's going to be underneath the repair, because if they just simply fill the hole, that doesn't do any good, because what you'll be doing then is simply covering over the cavity, and that doesn't help at all. You can see that they've got a couple of lanes closed here, but Memorial Drive is open. Beach Drive is entirely closed, so the people who live down Beach Drive can't get in or out at this point, but the traffic is moving fine. Coming back now down to the sinkhole itself, we've got Luke Carter operating the camera. I'm the pilot in command, so my eyes are on the aircraft, making sure we're as safe as possible. But unlike a typical news helicopter, instead of being at about 600, 700, 800 feet, we're only at about, right now, 62 feet. So you're looking at a non-zoom lens of all of this. Let me bring it down a little bit. Let's see if we can, I'm going to bring it back toward me so we can bring it down a little closer, give you a better view as we're operating here. I'm just going to bring it back to where it's safely not over people or moving cars. This is in the area that's blocked off by the construction crews, so it's fairly safe. And now I'm bringing it down low because we're going to bring the helicopter down below those power lines, so we're not conflicting with them in any way, shape, or form. Again, this is Brendan Keefe flying as pilot in command, the 11 Aloft drone, and we're at Beach Drive and Memorial Drive where there is a sinkhole, and we're actually going to fly you pretty much right over the sinkhole at this point. We're going to get you right in there. Because we can do that without any danger there's no one down in the hole, so we don't have to worry about any workers down there, but we do have to obviously worry about conflicting with the earth mover itself. I can bring you right down into this hole, and you can see the level of work. There's the shadow of the drone. There's the old cistern right there, and you can see that old brick construction. It's really fascinating. I'm getting a little warning right now. That's just our proximity warning. We have sonar and cameras on board that tell us if we're getting close to any objects, and that's just simply for safety for the drone. It also will not crash into something because it has collision avoidance. At this point, I'm not operating the camera. Luke Carter's doing that. I am merely the pilot in command flying the drone. The key is safe operation at all times, so my eyes are on the drone. His eyes are on the video view and the camera itself. But I can fly you a little bit in here, give you an interesting view as we kind of motor in, trying not to get in the way of the earth mover here. You can see the earth mover operator there, and pretty interesting stuff. I mean, we're right in, sort of intimate in this environment, and obviously we're flying so that we're not getting in his way. We don't have a wide angle, but we also don't have a zoom lens, so that's our proximity alarm again. Everything else looks okay, so. And you can see the manhole right down below you. Now as we're tilting up, you can see the operator of the earth mover. Right now we have 13 minutes of flight time left on this battery, so we're pretty good. And it's pretty interesting as we have you watching our live view here from the drone. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it up high again, just to give you a view from above. So to do that, I'm going to have to bring it backwards. so that we are not directly over the road, or because there's power lines right overhead. So to get above those, I now have to fly over the power lines. And again, we're doing this with a minimum safe distance in mind. That camera looks a little closer than it is. It's not a zoom lens, but it's also not a wide angle. So now we're well above the power lines, and we're also above the road, but not above the moving cars. We don't want to fly directly above people not involved with the operation, or above automobiles that are moving. We can go above cars, but not above cars that are moving. So you got a pretty good aerial view there. Let me get up a little higher so you get an even wider view here. We're going to go up pretty high here. And I'm going to go across the street as soon as we have the moving cars moving out of the way. Let's see, waiting for traffic to clear because we don't want to move over any cars. All right, there we go. I'm going to fly across the street, and we're going to give it a little altitude to stay clear of trees. And all right, now we are much higher, obviously, give you a better view. This is a wide shot now. This is the typical view you'd probably get from a news helicopter, but we're only at 137 feet at this point across the street. And are there any shots or any angles you want me to get here, Luke?
Well, this is the last one we needed. Was kind of a wide shot like this.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can also fly, I'm going to rotate the aircraft. Shouldn't affect the camera.
Yeah.
And I can fly sort of directly over if you'd like.
Sure.
All right. Yeah, here we go.
Before we cross the street,
I'm going to do that. Yeah, let's do that. We're going to do a side-to-side view. I'm moving now to the starboard side. And you can probably see us operating the aircraft down below. And I'll give you the other direction. This is now going to be to port. And so we're going east now. I'll go a little quicker for you. And we have about 10 minutes of flight time left on these batteries. So again, Brendan Keefe reporting live here on Facebook Live. I'm the pilot in command. Luke Carter is your visual observer who's also operating the camera with a separate controller. We're in Decatur at Memorial Drive and Beach Drive, where there is a fairly large sinkhole that's currently under repair. They're enlarging the sinkhole at this point, and the reason they're doing that is to effect their repair. I'm going to come back to center now, and then we're going to fly right over it as soon as the road is clear. We don't want to fly over moving vehicles whenever possible. I'm also going to give it, for safety, just a little more altitude. We're now taking it to about 155 feet. And looking forward, it looks like we're completely clear forward of us.
Okay.
And I see a number of people are commenting. Obviously, we can't respond to comments at this time because we're operating the aircraft. So at this point, we're going to get a quick shot as soon as the road clears, checking traffic now. And if you want to get a straight, as I go over it, you can get a straight down shot, Luke, if you like. Stand by. We're flying an Inspire 2. This is an incredibly advanced helicopter. And it is a quadcopter. And it is, let me bring it back a little center here, hold on. And making sure the road is clear. We're clear eastbound, westbound's a little busy. So I'm going to give it another second here. We have 8 minutes, 50 seconds of flight time remaining. All right, here we go. Traffic is clear. And we are rocketing forward. Okay, we've cleared those cars. They've already crossed the road below us. And we're trying not to fly directly over people who aren't in cover. The only people who aren't, the only people below us are in cover. That's the operator of the backhoe there, or of the excavator. And you should get a fairly good view here. I'll bring it back directly over if you want. Okay, and again, we're live here from the 11 Alive drone, tentatively the 11 Aloft drone. And now we're pretty much directly over. Now, we're not directly over those workers, but we are over the worker who is in cover, which is fine. He's in the excavator itself. I'm bringing it down a little bit lower. And I'm just going to get above these power lines, but not close enough to be a problem. You probably have that tree in your way.
It's looking good.
All right, looking good?
Yeah.
All right, and we're just going to bring it down in this little hole without getting into the power line problem. All right, that's our proximity alert to the tree. No problem. We'll just back it up a little bit here. Okay. And that proximity alert is just a warning for us.
We're at 30% battery.
All right. We're going to end our Facebook Live at this time. We'll, of course, have more video on 11 Alive starting at 5 o'clock. In the meantime, Luke Carter, your visual observer and camera operator, and Brendan Keefe reporting live here from Decatur, covering the sinkhole live here on Facebook Live.